we've been talking, obviously, again, thematic cross-screen optimization, and I know that you're sort of a big fan of this idea of tethering mobile to television, right? It's obviously what your business model is. How's it actually being bought, though? We talked about this a little bit earlier. Like, I mean, is it TV buyers trying to expand their reach and buy mobile, or is it digital mobile planners actually trying to get into television? Like, where are we right now as an industry? Who gets it the most?
Sure. I mean, I think part of our challenge as a company is the value prop that we bring to the table. For the most part, the stakeholders that get the most value out of it are the TV buyers. However, they're not tasked with buying mobile inventory. So to date, so far, we've been working predominantly with folks who buy mobile. However, a lot of times the folks who buy TV are behind the scenes kind of tapping them buyers on the shoulder on mobile, saying this is something that we would approve of.
Right.
I'd like to be able to get to a point where the TV buyers and sellers can do this across the whole spectrum, including AdTonik. But for right now, we're going to be in the mobile camp for the foreseeable future. So
let's talk a little bit, because I would love to hear some sort of performance stats and some numbers,
sure,
and just how you guys are, because you're not using cookies per se, you're not direct targeting, there's no UID in mobile, right, to Stephanie's point earlier. So how are you developing this algo to actually target and lift the performance of television with mobile? And because it's not like simultaneous live viewing, right? I mean, you're doing it after the fact and seeing incredible performance.
Sure. So I think the industry as a whole, if I had to make a comment about something that we've done wrong the last couple of years, we've been looking for the holy grail perfect solution, and this might be the case where there is no perfect solution. In fact, we're one of those companies that did that. We had we had a software that actually could embed with any application you use and recognize when you're in front of TV content. There were some scale problems, privacy, what have you. That was a 100% perfect solution, but it didn't scale. And so we took those learnings of the last couple of years, at the beginning of this year, came up with a solution. Don't let perfect be the enemy of good. And so we look at it more as what can deliver the most scale, what can be the easiest thing to use, and what can actually bolt on to existing creative that exists. I think one of the things that Tal's team does a good job of is not creating extra work for the buyers, and that's something that we don't want to do as well. You're already spending a lot in market on TV. Why not add in mobile to make it that much more effective?
Right.
As far as effectiveness, we're still learning, like I mentioned before, but one of the things that we notice and we're fascinated by is that it's not just about the real-time nature of TV to mobile. If you're a brand like Pizza Hut, it doesn't make much sense to actually deliver another ad to them at that time. You want to hit them the next day during the pre-lunch rush like we are now. With our hungry stomachs, we'll be more likely to remember the ad from the night before and take an action.
So you're a TV, do you hear tummy growling as well? Like, is that also something you can tap into?
We don't have
the QSR category would go crazy for that, actually.
We don't have any tummy growling data points just yet.
Okay. Put that on the bucket list.
Yes, it's on our to-do. It's on our roadmap.
Awesome. So what categories? I know you've worked with Hilton, you've worked with a couple, really interesting multinational brands. Is it DR guys that are getting their heads around this fastest? Like, what categories and what verticals of brands are kind of the most ambitious about using mobile as, again, vis-a-vis television to drive performance?
I mean, I think coming up on the holiday season, retailers are definitely looking at this.
Is what they're delivering on mobile a call to action? Is it actionable, or is it greater reach? I mean, where's that mindset at right now?
Depends on the brand and the campaign. But one of the things I find fascinating is people talking about the fact that TV is dead. But then you look at a brand like Warby Parker, right, which is predominantly an e-commerce company, and they're rolling out a huge national branded effort. So I think TV still has a huge place, but in a case like Warby Parker, they're going to be using TV to build the brand, and they want to use our platform to actually convert those users to have them take an action.
You're getting ready to launch a partnership with a big cable company, I think in Q4 this year. Can you talk about that a little bit?
Yeah, so we're working with Time Warner Cable Media to in a partnership with them and their great team to help them make their TV spending a lot more impactful. So when they're reaching somebody in a market against a competitor, they can deliver the right message on mobile. So that campaign is 100% around what is going to be the right creative on mobile in tandem with not only their own TV spots, but conquesting their competitors' TV spots, both on the national and local footprint.
Do you think that TV is the cookie for mobile?
Yes, we do.
Okay. Do you think we're ever going to have a UID for mobile?
I mean, we already kind of have it with IFA, but I don't think, you know, the cookie world as we know it in online won't exist in mobile any point soon. I think, you know, fingerprinting is an interesting technology. It's a little outside of my realm of expertise. There's some privacy challenges there. But again, we take the lens of what's going to be the easiest solution to get the most bang for the most buck, and we believe that we've delivered that, which is fit in with how you buy TV and then at scale deliver it on mobile.